everyone, so today I wanted to make a video about traveling and traveling on the low-fat raw vegan lifestyle or just raw vegan lifestyle. And I wanted to give you some tips on how I travel and what works for me and how to plan ahead for traveling for such an occasion. So 4 things you're going to have to take into consideration are: number 1, how far are you traveling? So how much food, water you're going to need for the road, or fruit and veggie. And number 2, how long will you be away? So places, you'll need to find places to find produce, fruit that you can buy when you're away. Number 3, where are you going? Are you just going a few towns over, or is it another country where you're going to have to find out what kind of fruit and produce is available? And, you know, depending on what time of year it is, what's available. And number 4, mode of transportation. So for example, if you're in a car, you can obviously bring a lot more than if you are going on a plane, which you can't really bring a lot of water. No, you can't bring actually any water. And you pretty much you can bring fruit though. You can bring quite a bunch of fruit. I'm recommending 8 things that I do when I travel, and I hope that these help you out when you're traveling. So let's get right into it. Number 1, you want to have a plan. You want to do some research ahead of time, see what kind of produce is available there, what can you buy, where can you buy it. And also planning ahead means bringing your own fruit for the ride or the trip over there, whether it's in a car, a bus, a train, whatever you're taking. Even if it's an airplane, you can buy water at the airport. I know it's not ideal, it's bottled water, but it's definitely better than nothing. Plan ahead in that sense. Make sure to bring enough fruit, any types of greens, veggies that you like for the road, and make sure you bring enough of it so that you're not, you don't have to stop a lot or look for fruit on the way because you're hungry, you didn't bring enough. So make sure you bring enough fruit. Number 2, you want to bring some equipment or tools, and by that I mean just a pocket knife. If you're going for a weekend, like I did this past weekend to Boston. If you're traveling maybe, for a few months, depending on the length, you might want to bring your blender, food processor, juicer. I don't know what you all like to use on a daily basis most. For myself, I would probably just bring my blender because it can be very versatile in that sense. If you also are traveling, just around, you might want to bring, a bottle of water that you can refill. A cup, fork, knife, pocket knife for me would probably be the only thing. And I'd bring some napkins. That's not really a tool, but it's something that I would bring so I don't have to, have dirty fingers after eating. Or I could just, whenever I'm traveling, I usually just pick up a few extra rest stops that I stop at, or any fast food joints that, my family and friends check out, or restaurants, or whatever it is. I stock up. I take a fork, a spoon, a couple of napkins. My friends are investing in the store or a restaurant, or whatever it is, so why not, take advantage of it. Number 3, if you're staying with someone that's not on the fruity lifestyle, I have a few tips on that, kind of like sub-bullets. So here we go. First things first, let them know that you are eating the way you are eating, so that they don't prepare any huge meal for you when you get there. I mean, I know my family and friends usually do that. It's kind of like a cultural thing, a tradition. Whenever some guest comes over, from far away, you have to prepare this huge meal so that they feel very welcome. So just be straight up and forward and say, hey, just tell them how it is. Say, I don't eat dressing, salt, I just eat fruits and vegetables. I don't cook them, I just eat them just as they are, and I eat them in a large quantity. So they have an idea of, what to expect when you come and stay over their house. And it's not a shock, when you say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't eat that, or this or that, I mean, those questions will still come along, but just give them an idea of what to expect. When I went to Poland this past summer, I've been at my family's, obviously, beforehand quite a few times in Poland. So this time, obviously, it was going to be different because I was a raw vegan now. And I just was straight up and forward, and I said, hey, I've just been eating straight up fruits and vegetables and greens, and just making smoothies, juices, salads, and just eating a lot of fruit. So also, this brings me into my next point. if the person you are staying with has a garden which has fruits, vegetables, greens, ask if you can take some, fruits, veggies, take a meal out of the garden straight up, and see if that can be one of your sources for fruits and vegetables. And I'm sure they'll be really excited to share that with you, because they'll try to share whatever they can with you so that you feel welcome and satisfied when you have your meals. Which leads me to my next point, and that is ask them beforehand where there's a farmer's market, if you can get anything, where you can get produce, where's the best quality, where is it the cheapest, what's the best at this time of the year if you don't go there often and it's a really different part of the world, who knows. Ask them if they can buy you a box of bananas a week beforehand, before your arrival, so that way when you get there you have lots of food to eat, lots of fruit to eat, and you aren't, just scrambling around at the market looking for something that you can eat that is ripe. And this will make a huge difference. I mean, I tried to explain this to my family, but they didn't really quite get it. They thought bananas were perfect when they were yellow, but once I got there and I explained it all to them, it was a lot easier and better. And just be honest about your lifestyle. Be happy to share it with them. Just share everything that you know, everything that you do, and try to open their eyes to see that this lifestyle isn't, as restricting as they thought. I mean, you're eating so much abundance in fruits and vegetables that it really is enjoyable and satisfying. And finally, don't, fuss over if the produce isn't perfect, whatever the reason is, just be happy and grateful for what you have there. You're having a place to stay, and it's a great, time to be with your family or friends or whoever you are visiting. And it's a new experience and a new place, and just enjoy that. Okay, so this tip is for cars. If you are driving and taking a car to wherever you are going, and my tip is pack a lot of fruit and bring, I'd say, like 2 5-gallon bottles of water, like the really big ones. That's what me and my family did when we went out west 2 summers ago. And we did that, and we would just refill our bottles at the different national parks that we stayed at, and we had plenty of water to drink. It wasn't, always the best source of water, but we did with what we had. We did the best with what we had. For equipment, we packed a knife and a blender. And I pretty much made smoothies, a lot of smoothies. I wasn't a raw vegan then yet, but I already knew about smoothies and incorporating them into my diet. Next tip is if you're going in somebody else's car, and it's not necessarily your car, or you're just bringing a lot of people along with you and you may not have as much space as you wish. This is what I had to do this past weekend in Boston. I went in my friend's car, and I just brought my book bag full of fruits. I didn't bring any veggies along, but because I planned ahead to have dinner in Boston and to find some other stuff there, produce-wise. Know your mode of transportation and your limit. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave some comments down below, suggestions on traveling, if you have any questions, or any comments in general. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you want to see any more videos, don't forget to hit the subscribe button right below this video. I will be making more videos in the future. Don't forget to check out the description box below, which includes my Facebook page. If you aren't following me on Facebook already, it's facebook.com/justdoitraw. So check that out. I'll be posting pictures, fruity things, all things fruity. Check that out. I will be updating it. So thanks for watching, everybody, and just remember, when you're traveling, just do it raw, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, take care.